super featherweight championship between the champion Alexis Arguello and the challenger Arturo Leon. Coming up as soon as this fight is done, Larry Holmes defends his WBC championship against Alfredo Evangelista. Earlier, Kenny Norton, a third-round knockout of young Randy Stevens to prove that he is still fit and eager and ready. And he's looking ahead to a bout against Ernie Shavers. It appeared in the 6th round that Arguello, the hard hitter from Nicaragua, had Arturo Leon, the Mexican fighter who now lives in Tucson, Arizona. It appeared he had him. He dropped him. Leon came up, eyes foggy, scarcely knew where he was, but he fought his way off the ropes, and at the close of the round was coming on most gamely. And now there must be a new note of respect in the eyes of the champion for this tough 29-year-old Arturo Leon in the red trunks. Arguello almost has to pace himself here in round number 7 because he threw every kind of punch known to man in the 6th round. Put Leon away, and Leon comes storming in and lands a hard shot to the left side of the face. There is a small cut. It is not bleeding, but it has been cut in the corner of the right eye of the champion.
Arguello clearly the superior fighter throughout the first 6 rounds, but Leon showing that dogged capacity for acceptance of punishment so common in Mexican fighters. And probably, if he runs true to course, will come on much more strongly in the latter rounds unless Arguello can put him away.
A minute to go in round number 7. The champion covering well there as Leon came off the ropes. Step back. Leon not sharp with his punches. Able to get inside. He is not getting his target the way he'd like, but he reached inside with a short uppercut and found the chin of the champion. 10 seconds to go. A good left hook, a chopping left hook by Leon as we wind down toward the end of round number 7, Super Featherweight Championship. Now, Alexis Arguello, the champion in the black trunks, and the challenger Arturo Leon in the red trunks. The champion is in control of the fight at this time as we near the halfway point. But the history of Leon is that he is tough in the late rounds. He has never been stopped. He has gone the distance every time that we've been able to confirm his record of fights in this country. That is a dangerous place to park in the corner against Arguello. Arguello just missing the left hook. That time he snaps the jab and finds his target. These 130-pounders and the World Boxing Council Super Featherweight Championship is on the line as Leon lands the best combination of the fight for him. The right hand off the forehead of Arguello. I see no marks on the challenger, but there is a slight cut in the corner of the right eye of the champion. A little puffiness under the left eye of Leon. He again tries to put that left hook home and just missed with it. In the meantime, Arguello hits him hard with a left hook to the rib cage. Snaps that left back into Leon's face. It is a punishing left hand that Arguello carries. Arguello talking about perhaps a fight with Bobby Chacon, and then to defend the title against the man from whom he took it, Alfredo Escalera, in February of next year. The flurry on the ropes, not much to it. Again, the left hand snapped into the face of the challenger. It's a punishing left hand, the kind of blow that over the long haul can whittle away at the will of a man. The reach reflected so dramatically right there as Leon took a solid left to the face in order to throw one blow, and it did not land.
Come on back.
Less than a half minute to go now in round number 8. Tough, bruising, 130-pound fight. The WBC Super Featherweight Championship. Leon continues to plod along, absorbing punishment, but always there, right in front of the champion. Now as we get into round 9, the physical conditioning should start to tell. We do know for a fact that Arguello had to dry out quite a bit in order to meet the 130-pound limit. We do know, too, there was a lot of squawking from the Arturo Leon corner as to whether or not he actually did it. The champion with a reach that is almost 70 inches. The reach of the challenger about 68 and a half. The height is the big difference. 5'5.5" for Leon, 5'9.5" for the champion. That's a lot. Left hand again snaps into the face. The left hook to the body blocked by the elbow of the champion. Leon was down in the 6th round. The champion was not able to put him away. And at the end of round number 6, Leon was taking it to Arguello. Tell all of our stations along the way that at the end of this round, we will take a station break. Good left hand by both men. A little more authority in Arguello's, as you can see how it snaps the head of Leon back. Frustrating for the short man. Went to the body, missed with the hook to the head. Most of that blocked by Arguello. In fact, all of it. Arguello's a rather decent defensive fighter. Coming up on 20 seconds to go in round 9. The snapping left hand of Arguello. Scoring points here in round number 9. We'll be back after this word from our local stations. As he put it to the gutter, fought his way up, and here he is with a great opportunity. The champion Arguello can tell you the story of the earthquake in Managua in December of 1972, when his wife and young son chose to sleep in the bedroom with him on the night of the earthquake, and that was the only room left intact in their entire home. Little things as they pass through your lives. He reflects fondly on that particular moment that saved possible tragedy in his family. The pace has slowed. The champion came out furiously. He has 13 first-round knockouts in his career. He tried to get Leon in the first 2 rounds, but he was unable to do it.
The pace is slowed for that reason exactly, as I had suggested earlier. Arguello gave everything he had in the early rounds, and Leon had the strength and stamina to survive. The one knockdown in the fight coming, of course, in the 6th round, and Leon survived that knockdown. Now Al Silvani's trainer. Al Silvani is Arguello's trainer. Silvani one of the best in the business. Sitting right next to me at Arguello's corner in trouble, trying to exhort his fighter on, but sensing, because he's so experienced, Silvani, that Arguello has very little sting left in his punches. This is not to say that Arguello has not been totally dominant in the fight. He has, of course, been that.
Scoring well in the last 2 rounds with that stabbing left hand, using his prime resource, reach.
I don't think he expected this tough an opponent. I really don't.
Now we know why Leon has had trouble getting fights.
Some truth to that.
Good right hand by Leon. But Arguello not bothered by it. Right hand just missed the jaw, went off the neck.
What is amazing to me is that Arguello has not, again a right hand by Leon, Arguello has not been able to cut his opponent.
No. Ten seconds to go, end of round number 10. We've gone through 10, and though the champion has been... And Kenny Norton stopped young Randy Stevens, 242, 3rd round in the opening bout here tonight. And the commitment for the bout between Norton and Ernie Shavers confirmed for next February. This is surely going to be a telling time as to whether or not the champion was weakened by the drying out process, whether or not Leon has anything left. And by that I mean whether or not he has an edge. He'll have to have a physical edge here in the late going in order to penetrate the reach of the champion. In a phrase, he'll have to go bully to get to it. Right now, Leon is fighting Arguello's fight at range, and Arguello just keeps pecking away at him with those 70-inch arms.
That's what he's done all fight long. His job was to get inside. He told me that's the way he would fight, to try and get inside. Leon has not been able to do it.
The left hand off the side of the head with no damage. Leon down and almost out of it in the 6th. Just barely survived. But in his will showed tremendously as he carried the fight to the champion in the last 30 seconds. That was way back in the 6th round. We are now in number 11. See that left hand just pop. Head snaps back. Missed with the hook. Hook to the body by Leon. A left hand to the jaw by Leon. But the last left missed. Leon may get into a posture now as we work our way through the 11th round where he's going to have to gamble. Enough time has now passed that if, in fact, the champion punched himself thin back in that 6th round, he's had time to recover, too. That's a factor to consider. Also remember that when he defeated Olivares for his first major victory, he got it in the 13th round.
And he defeated Escalera last January 28th in the 13th round. But referee Arthur McCanny wanted to stop it that night in the 8th. Puerto Rico, the referee doesn't have authority to stop the fight. The ringside doctor must stop it.
End of round 11. Championship here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Alexis Arguello comes right out with that long left hand and reaches the challenger Arturo Leon immediately with it. In the opening fight tonight, Kenny Norton knocked out Randy Stevens, 242, third round. We're now watching Alex Arguello defending his WBC 130-pound title against Leon from Arizona. And coming up, 15 round to Larry Holmes, his first defense of his WBC heavyweight title against Alfredo Evangelista, the European heavyweight champion. On my card, I have the champion decisively ahead.
Well, get your elbow off.
But it is now up to Arturo Leon as to whether or not he's ready here in the 12th round of Schedule 15 to gamble, go all out. He will have to sense, I'm sure, before he does it, that the champion has grown weary. And right now, it does not appear so, as Arguello keeps him at range, using that 4-inch height advantage very well. Right hand lead, softly to the chin, not much damage in it. Hard right hand by Arguello, and it jarred Leon and stirred up some interest in the champion's corner. Hooks that left hard off the side of the head of the challenger, Leon. Leon's punches now losing some of their authority. The champion, cool, still drilling him with that long left hand. They work on the ropes, no damage there. Little short, sharp uppercut by Arguello. Opened up Arturo Leon, and there's a hard right hand to the jaw. A left hook to the side of the head by Arguello. He's peppering Arturo Leon rather decisively here in the 12th round. Two lefts. Again, the left to the face. And we've traveled through 12 rounds.
Get some boxing action.
Well, we keep waiting for the challenger Leon to sell out and go full bore, because that's what he has to do now. As Alex Arguello in his third defense of this 130-pound WBC title since taking it from Alfredo Escalera back in January. He knocked out Ray Tam of the Philippines in 5 rounds. He knocked out Diego Alcala of Panama in 1 round. And he has dominated this contest against Arturo Leon.
Leon has never, in point of fact, gone 13 rounds. Arguello is fighting flat-footedly. In the early rounds, he was on his toes, still seeking to knock out the opponent, but unable to do so. Remember, just 1 knockdown, that one in the 6th round. And yet the pattern of the fight has been redundant, incessantly so. Arguello dominating with his reach, with his boxing skills. Leon able to get through only occasionally. And so the crowd has grown increasingly quiet.
Little short, sharp left to the jaw of the champion. Arguello shakes his head, recognizing the defensive mistake as he had dropped his right hand.
Step back.
Leon boring in. We are now in round 13, just a few minutes away from Larry Holmes' first defense of his WBC championship, heavyweight championship. Holmes, his dressing room, we've shown you twice. Loose, easy. Evangelista's dressing room, quiet, almost reclusive.
Keith, I just talked with Al Silvani, who admits that the fighter is sluggish, Arguello, his fighter, and he says the reason is he had to take off 3 pounds in the last 24 hours, and that sapped his strength.
That's a lot of weight when you're trying to get in at 130. That's why they kept the sauna open until the wee bonny hours this morning for him.
Hold it up.
That way you were? No, I was doing my own Zing. Inside, Arguello hangs away, and Leon is taking a pounding on the ropes. But he is resilient. He is hurt. There's a hard right hand, and he almost goes down. Arguello ripping away at him. Coming up to the end of round 13. It looked for a moment that Leon might go down one more time. He was down back in the 6th round. He took a furious pounding over the last 40 seconds from the champion. But once more, he's going to weather the storm, and we've done 13.